Totally agree. What was going on in your mind at those times? Like where maybe I don't know if can you tell me, did you feel like I could reach out to this person, but I won't, or I shouldn't because of X? Like what was the story going on in your mind that you think held you back from reaching out to engage with more people, to ask for more help, to, to get assistance, whatever it might be? Like if you can kind of take us back into your mind at that time.
That's such a good question. To be honest, in the beginning, I grew up in a very small town in the middle of the United States. Like, I didn't even know that was a possibility or an option. So I
Right.
just kind of grew up like, figure it out, work hard, help others.
Yeah.
And so I thought my role was more about helping others and mentoring others. And instead of being both a mentor and an intern, I focused on giving back. So one, it was like in the beginning, I didn't even realize it. And then two, I underestimated what could happen. I already pre-answered my question. I'm like, well, I'll reach out to them. They're just going to tell me to do this stuff I'm already not doing. I'll read one more book on it. But I didn't get the life hacks that people had or the introduction to the experts. So I would think about reaching out, and then I would already assume I knew how it would end, like I could predict the future. And it took all the mystery out of it, and it left no room for that symbiotic cool thing that happens. Um, and then I think there's a level of it for me now that I'm much older where I think I was a little scared of success. Like there were some things it was convenient not to solve because I could say a little bit of a victim of it. Like there was
Can
a
you give an
few.
example of that? Like when you say a victim of success, like what's one thing that you felt that way about?
So it's like a therapy session, but like growing up in high school and college, I was always kind of like the bridesmaid, not the bride. Like I was always the guy's like best friend, but never like their date kind of thing. And so as I got to be a speaker, I'm like, ah, speaking bureaus, when they want you, you don't need them. And when
Mhm.
you want them, they don't want you kind of thing. And I just really predetermined when I would think about contacting a speaking bureau that I they weren't going to pick me up and that I just wasn't at that level yet. And when I finally, through a friend, he said, reach out, these speaking bureaus want to talk to you. And I finally reached out. They were flabbergasted that they had never heard of me and that I had the book of business I had and that I had never reached out. And so it was more like a playing small or a bit of sabotage. Now, where it became an excuse is I could tell that story all the time about like, well, that sucks. You guys get all these gigs and speaker bureaus will talk to you, but they won't talk to me. And yet I had never reached out. So it was like a convenient, like a shtick I picked up,
Right.
like a gig um, that I could be a little victimy with. And I think we have to watch out for that. I think we all hold on to some problems that we're scared of solving.
Yeah, I think that's a really powerful thing for sharing that.